Hello, it's Wednesday, so it must be time for Woolly Hat's Wednesday Whip. And the clock is chiming to announce it. I thought I'd missed that one, but never mind. It's 1:45. Yes, it's 1:45. So this week, not so rainy today, so hopefully you can hear me better, apart from the clock. And it's been sunny, and this morning Mr W and I went for a little run, so that's why I'm looking a bit dishevelled. But I feel good for it, and it's always good to get out and see a bit of sunshine. So I hope you've been able to do that and make you feel better. So what have I been up to? I finished the seaside blanket. So that's now all blocked and is ready for an imminent birth in mid-February, we think. And then I've also finished that one. I think I've shown you that one before. That's the raised treble blanket. So, and I also finished, you'll be pleased to know, the hat for the butcher. And Dave the butcher was very happy with his hat, and hopefully he's wearing it while he's walking the dog in the morning, so that's good. So lots of projects finished. What do you do? Well, I thought I'd like to do something simple and quick and whatever. So guess what? I'm knitting some socks. So this is variegated yarn, hand dyed, and it's merino, and you can tell it's merino because it's nice and soft. Sadly, I haven't found the label that goes with it. I bought it at one of the wool fairs in my many trips to Skipton or Cumbria or Wales. But it's a hand-dyed variegated, as I said. And it's really soft, as merino is. And it's very good to knit with because it's got what they call good stitch definition. So I'll show you on this one. So you can see, probably there, you can see the stitches quite clearly. So when you are doing various bits of things on doing the heel and things like that, you can see where you are, and it's nice to work with. So I'll just take off the sock I've got now. This is the one I did before. This is the Wensleydale and mohair, and you can see you can't see the stitches as closely. So if I put them two together, I know that one's variegated stitches, so you can see them slightly better, and one's just plain. But it's very good to knit with, especially if you're doing something complicated. And yarns that have what they call a good stitch clear stitches are good for things like cables and arons and things like that, and also lace, because you can actually see the effort that you've gone to. If you try and do too much fancy stuff with mohair and stuff like that, the fluff hides all the work that you're doing. So if you're going for a yarn to do something like that, you need something that is a fairly smooth yarn, not so fluffy, and merino is a good one for that. Of course, it is a bit more expensive, and you're looking at probably £15 to £20 for a ball of 100 grams of sock wool. But they are lovely and soft and lovely and warm as well. And the other thing about using merino is for socks is that they're very good at wicking away the sweat without getting sweaty. I'm not suggesting that you wear your socks for a long time, but especially in the winter when they're on your feet all the time in shoes and things, they don't start to smell, which is good. So I'm looking forward to wearing these. I wasn't quite sure about the colour to start off with, but in the daylight the colour's a lot better. It's sort of a bit murky, but it's got little bits of yellow in to highlight. So yes, my good stitch definition merino wool from some person who spent a lot of time hand dyeing it, and I can't find the name for. So yeah, I will find it sometime. So those are my socks. But of course, I've now got room to do other things as well. So as I think I said last week, I'm doing some preparation for the next steps in crochet, so trying out a few patterns to do there. But I've got a friend who's she's going to have a big birthday in March. She's going to be 40. And I thought, oh, it'd be nice to knit her something. So I suggested this, and she came up with a basic shape. And I had great fun going through my old patterns and finding something that might suit. So I sent off a load of pictures, and she has chosen this one here. Very nice classic shape with a little bow on the front, and nicely tucked into the waist. So I'm going to look forward to doing that. Now this is a Rowan pattern, and it's number 43, and now they do it up to 63, 5, whatever. So this is quite a few years ago, and of course the yarn that they suggested doing it in here, they don't do anymore. So this is where Yarn Sub, one of my favourite websites, comes into play, because you can put in the yarn that they've suggested and it comes up with some alternatives. So I'm going to be using Rowan Summerlite 4K cotton. So it'd be nice, good, like the Merino, it has good stitch definition. And the bow and the collar is done in Kid Silk Haze, which is a 4-ply mohair fluffy kind of yarn. So that would be nice for the collar and the bow. So we're going for aubergine with grey contrast, so that would be nice and classy. So I'm looking forward to that. I've ordered it from Black Sheep Yarns, and hopefully it'll be coming in the post any day now. I would have loved to have gone to their shop and squished all the wool and tried things out. So hopefully the colour choices will be okay, otherwise I'll have to send some back and choose again. So that's what I am looking forward to. Today is also chocolate day, chocolate cake day, so I'll be making chocolate cakes. So we might have a cup of tea and a piece of chocolate cake later on with Mr. W. And that's about it for me this week. I hope you are keeping well and that you are doing lots of knitting or crochet, and if you're not, that you're keeping occupied. And hopefully, as I said, getting out into the sunshine and appreciating the tweet of the birds. It's National, it's RSP bird count this weekend, so Mr. W and I will be sitting here in the champagne room looking for birds over our morning coffee, so that would be nice. And I might do a bit of knitting, but then I might miss some of the birds, so what shall I do? Anyway, so don't forget you can subscribe to this so you don't miss an episode, and because you wouldn't want to do that, would you? And do share with me or on the Facebook or the Instagram site what you're doing and what your whips are for this week, and even what chocolate cakes you might be making this week. So there you are, that's all for me. Have a good week, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye bye.